Welcome to the Game Entertainment Network. As you see, we having some technical difficulties with the YouTube startup. You know what I'm saying? But now we seem to be good. Now, no loading problems. It's weird that I can just restart a couple times and it fix itself. So, I mean, I definitely got to get on YouTube about that. We're going to keep everybody where they at right now for the day on this game. Bland, going to give him a rest today. You know what? We're going to let him play up top and see what he can do. Stanley and Stu, and we're going to see how that works out. And the slot, we're going to have that Bland at the slot too. See how that works. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the slot wide receiver for the Saints is not that fast. He's 90 speed. He a bad man. He a bad man. So we're going to see what we're going to put old boy to test. You know what I'm saying? But shit, it is what it is. Without further ado, let's get it kicked off, man. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Hit that like button, help the channel grow, man. Hit the notification bell, man, to so you don't miss out on the kickoff. You know what I'm saying? So you don't miss out on the action. Tonight, I promise, one way or another, we're going to have some VR tonight. So hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when it happens. All right, let's get this game kicked off.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. His guy's sitting pretty, 5-1 through 6 games. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game: 11 carries, 67 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. Very quickly here, and that's complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Running left, Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
Go.
Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. Into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Let's go now. At the 27-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
I told y'all, man, Claiborne signed with Jordan, man. He got them new Jordans on his feet, man. He's feeling good. He's feeling great.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. The Cowboys sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with that last run, he's going to move past the 1,500-yard mark in rushing for the year as he continues his climb up the single-season rushing charts. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Well, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 104 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Okay, ready?
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Josh Hines-Allen there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
38-yard line.
Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with mechanics, but just put too much juice on the snap.
That's some bullshit. They hit me in the back. They touched me, man.
And now it's up to their defense.
What kind of bullshit was that?
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
In the same wide open run play they tried to do me dirty on. I had to go over there and stop it myself again. Come on now. Come on, team. Don't let them do us like this and come back like this. Let's go. They got time for this bull. Hey, 89, that's me. 89, that's me.
Olave holds it in. So the completion.
Come on, one more stop. One more stop. Let's go.
And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Saints first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Wood. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
99 rated corner. And he running behind him. Come on, team. Come on, team.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Now, he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Back to throw. Now a run here off the arc. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is bad. He's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Let's go now. Go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 107 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That he is into the end zone for a Cowboys touchdown.
Let's go, CD. Let's go.
CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. now for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
For the Cowboys.
So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Our look around the NFL starts now. In the Pacific Northwest, the Seahawks at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And we know the Detroit offense can score. How about the defense getting it done? They're going to force the interception from Bo Nix and take it back the distance. Touchdown. The Lions move their mark to 7-1.
And it's so nice to see Joe Milton get a starting job over there in Detroit.
And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around
Baltimore
the
went
NFL.
ham on the Chargers. Ooh, 49-48. Eagles over Giants. What a game.
Even at the break. As we get you back out.
There you go with the new J deal, Jordan deal, man. 24, let's go.
Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 38 now, here's second down at a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, set. 19 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
1 yard gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carroll. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
I just want to rock. Body out of here. Shorty got that body out of here.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
On play action, they'll throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Aubrey now for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Did you see the defense I played on that, boy? I'll be on it.
Great field position at the 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Ooh, that boy killing the rushing game.
Led by their running back. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one.
Being too cocky, trying to get my tight end catches, trying to get his X factor on. That's on me. That's on me.
Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return.
Running back was wide open up the middle. Let's go. That's on me.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another big gainer, two in succession, as this one goes for 32.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out to Durban, I would put in with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami.
Here we go, Shaq. Cougar 19.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Go. Shut up. Viking 18.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they wouldn't move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
18 Cardinals. Take over.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. So on fourth down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The New Orleans offense set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, Herbert. Olave over the middle. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
But it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Head to 60. Head to 60. No check. No check.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He may go. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
19 Tigers.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attempt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 62-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one at this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll pick up about 3 there up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Herbert now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
The Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Set. Let's go, let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43.
A 4-yard
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Surprised at all that they went with the fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up 1st downs. That's what we just saw right there. Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll come up now on second down. Herbert to throw. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
Brandon, so what they're doing right now, still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Saints, first down.
Go.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Taylor is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it'll be Taylor. And once again, that middle going to be clogged up as he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Cowboys down 35-34. A little over 40 seconds to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
21 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. That's complete to Lamb. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
And they're on 46-yard line.
Damn, we can play the computer as many times we want, can't we? Shit, god damn, I don't feel like playing this shit again, though. All right. Say one in the chat. One's in the chat if y'all want me to play this whole again, man. One's in the chat, man. I don't feel like playing this whole again, bro. Damn, why they do me like that? Look at all the nice stats I had, too, bro. I don't know what was going on out there stat-wise. I feel like my quarterback was doing all right. 16 of 21. He threw 2 picks. He threw rushing was 16 for 152. What y'all want to do? Y'all want to see me play it again? Put the ones in the chat. I do not want to play this hoe again. Look at that shit. Fuck it, we'll play the hoe again. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Wait, unless I can't see the chat. Can I see the chat? Oh, what's this? All right, fuck it, we'll play it again. Damn, I want to play this shit again, bro. Why I gotta play the whole damn game again over this BS shit, bro? Damn, gotta play the whole damn game over, bro. Delete that. Oh, damn. I could have came back with the 12 seconds. Oh, no, I'm tripping. That would have put me with on defense. Man, say. Well, I guess y'all get to see more action. But I get to waste another hour of my life, though. And then, well, I ain't going to be no and then if I don't win again, because this shit ain't going to happen. But shit, yeah, when you get the free win offered to you, and but you choose to play your game because you don't want no injuries, then you get to play as many times as you want. But them hour games are full. But shit, for y'all get to see, you know, more action. But damn, that shit was harsh, bro. Like, that shit again.
So big that you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. On the Saints sideline, look at their head coach. They signed and joined one of the league's best records so far.
All right, this game, we got to be smart every play, be smart every down, and win this hoe and get out of here and dominate. Let's go.
We're ready to take the field here at home. Brandon Aubrey has the ball teed up. Kate Scott and Brock Heward up in the booth for this one. And off we go from AT&T. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hits him on the in route. He's going to have this one down to the 28. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First and 10. Here's Herbert. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
That's another Saints first down. First and goal, New Orleans.
From the gun, Taylor. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on second and goal. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has it in close. And he's brought down at the line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return starts from the 16. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. And it's their fifth-year quarterback leading the charge.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Saints 46 yards.
Setting him on the dive. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Another carry for him. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 18 Pioneer, 79 Bronco.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to air it out, but just couldn't hook up. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to wait. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down right along the 30.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. There's a dive up the middle. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now we have a member of the Cowboys hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to look at him. They're going to try to throw for it. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
That boy got hurt tripping on his own line, man. That's a damn shame, man. Be better, team. Good block, CD. Gets Riley.
Inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Let's go now. Take go.
2nd down, looking for options. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Steady.
They'll try and punch it in. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Herbert now off the play fake. This is intercepted to Ron Blair. And he's going to score. Pick 6 for Dallas.
I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Jukes away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
A gain of 14. First down, New Orleans.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. Finds a little room there. Gets him about 3
Oh,
yards.
man, I almost read that right. Oh, right there.
That's pretty similar.
All right, let's go.
First down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Herbert from the gun. He's got it over the middle. And he nearly gets it.
Why he wide open? I got to go at 89. Let's go.
It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground...
It's getting heated out there on the field. They talking shit out there.
Just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Herbert back to throw. Caught near the goal line. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Herbert. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. This one's caught.
Man, I played that shit so perfect, but they didn't let me jump, though.
Sometimes when you're just
come on, man.
Get some small yards on the throw. Quarterback
stop the cap, man. Stop the cap. All right, look, they're going to spread us out, so I want to man up. Let's go.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Herbert now. And he's got
why is he wide open when we say man up? I don't understand this, man. Come on, man.
Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Kick taken in here at the 17. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Cowboys and their running back about to get back to work. And he's continuing a great start to the season. You can see currently pacing the NFL in rushing yards. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Setting up to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. Well, he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
37-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Here we go, Shaq. Let's go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Peter playing hard as fuck, boy. They hit hard every play. Boy, go.
I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Finds his man over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 6 coming up here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Quick screen in the center of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get some late points and the lead.
You know what a run like that does for everybody? For the play call, for the O-lineman, for the offense. It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
For the point after, here's Aubrey.
Next man up. They want to hinge my running back on him running into a lineman and tripping over him. That's realistic. So we next man up. Let's go. Good night. Good job. Good job, boy. Now we got to stop the computer's 2-minute drill heroics. Let's go.
Fields this one at the 3. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. He's got a man in motion. Now Herbert to throw. Got for big yards on the right side. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. First down from the 42. Tight end going in motion here. 1st and 10, Herbert. It is caught left side. And hey, if you can't prevent the catch, Brock, at least prevent a gain after it, right? So they make the quick stop at the 31. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Herbert throwing again. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Herbert to throw once more. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Herbert again. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Here he goes. 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a fourth quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
At their own 20-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
19, Hawk 70.
Throwing now on first down. He's got a man left. He manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He's back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
One last play before the break. All right, back to the ground game here. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We are into week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at Lumen Field in Seattle. The Seahawks at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And we know the Detroit offense can score. How about the defense getting it done? They forced the interception. They've got room. They're taking it all the way. Pick 6 for the touchdown. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
If you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he'll go out of bounds well into enemy territory. It looks like he's right around the 40-yard line. The Cowboys returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in, week out.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Complete over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Still to go here. This is second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 36-yard line.
Now give left side. He has room past the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip at a game. Nope. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive their lead to 11.
Saints 17.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Saints to the line now. First and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Oh, another target there for one of the busiest members of this offense, but this one really ended in disaster.
Kind of become a victim of his own success, right? They're keying on him extensively now, knowing that ball could be headed in.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
That's sack number 2 for this guy, and we've got plenty of game left for him to keep wrecking it. And this is where offensively now you've got to do something. You got to make an adjustment. You got to slide to him. You got to chip to him, because this defensive end has been a nightmare.
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. And they're whistling for a stop here. That's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
5 men in the secondary for the Saints. 3rd down. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Back play straight ahead. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Trying to work quickly now.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Not their way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop in behind the line. And it's not just your quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And they get this down to the 28. Everybody rushing back to the line.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Now it's 2nd and goal.
We didn't get that man number 22 for no reason, man. He third string running back, but he got some Emmitt Smith in him, man. Watch this shit right here.
They give it to him up the middle. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 3-possession game. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys push their lead to 18.
Saints 17. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. Look at a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Herbert now off the play fake. Fits it through the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. The play fake. Now Herbert to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first down.
Here's a toss running left. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense working quickly.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Another carry for him. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Herbert from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for Chris Olave with that one. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Down and 17.
Third and long for him here. Trucks a defender. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. New set of downs for him, and starts at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Tries the in route, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Taylor. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
3rd and 4.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And those running lanes are closing up fast, aren't they? He's held to just a yard. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Pass play now. He's got it over the middle. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throw here, 3rd down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
46-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Setting him on the dive. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Fair catch calling for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Saints.
Herbert on 1st down. Another one caught by St. Brown. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Herbert throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Offense to the line fast. Motion the tight end over. It's Herbert once more. Ball in left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up second and 5.
Let's go.
At the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
Now Herbert again. Over the middle and complete to Olave. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Working quickly here.
12 yards. That's another.
Herbert to throw once more. Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
10 yards on the pickup.
Throwing it again here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
And less than a yard.
Trying to sneak at Herbert. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Why did it hut? 1st and goal at the 9-yard.
This time he's looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Saints hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Herbert. And this is going to be a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. Kicking team on and trying to PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints make it an 11-point ball game.
Saints 24.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. Oh, the Saints are looking confident that they have it, and they do! Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Set. Mikey, go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Solid running here, and that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down. Now we get another stoppage here, just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. We have a timeout here, 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Blown back gets the handoff. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to the well again. He has the Cowboys' 1st down, Brock, and that should clinch this win for him. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
What's that?
Sign quarterback run here. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
So look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last month plus, guys feel like they're on another level, and it gives them a huge lift on game day. You feel that confidence.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.